human memory. Yeah, and again, it has its own problems. Yeah. So you see that theories of justification, all three theories of justification face problems like basic beliefs, non-basic beliefs, Weber beliefs, a single basic belief, mental processes, memory and perceptions are rely on human belief system. The system has many limitations. You know? So scientists, others say that if you base this on the objective reality, this is another objectivity, scientific research based upon objectivity, if you can measure things, yeah, and so on. Okay? Of course, there are so many other theories related to this matter. Thomas Cohen, 1922-1996, American famous historian of science, he says science is not cumulative. Our present theories are not built upon secure foundation of past theories. Instead, scientific knowledge shifts according to our current paradigms, and once again the issue of relativism arises. Yeah? This is another offshoot of scientific paradigms, yeah? Positivism. Okay, so what is true today is not necessarily true tomorrow. This is exactly what is happening throughout the scientific discoveries, that we have keep changing the theories. Even yesterday you heard this Prof was talking about human holes and sort of things, and he talked about non-gravitational force inside the body. Even the gravitational force, which has become a law now, law is above the theory, are challenged that there isn't any gravitational force. This is something else holds things together, attracts. So that has been also under the challenge. So you can see that this is what he says, that today is true, tomorrow is not true. And then of course scientists have their argument, and they say, no, ours is on the basis of objective reality, what we know now, we measure it precisely and so on and so forth, so this is relatively true, is a genuine, but this is what the problem is. So now question comes here, should we accept or reject knowledge based on idea generated by experience? Human senses are limited due to various reasons. Idea generated by intuition, innate and individual understanding. Research questions answered without answering absolute questions. There are so many unseen things, yeah, which cannot be answered. Only the divine source can answer. For example, when I'll die, when I'll wake up again, yeah, something like that. We don't know. There is world which is seen. It's okay philosophically even approach, but then there is a world which is unseen, and we cannot answer straight away. Until science approaches to that point, this is what we are struggling to approach to the absolute truth of the knowledge, using scientific methods, but combined, integrated together with the divine, otherwise we won't be able to. Research outcomes with doubts. Shall we accept true knowledge? And true knowledge is with doubt. How come? Is it true and is it doubt? Yeah, cannot. And when you say genuine knowledge with doubt. So is it genuine? It's not genuine. It has a problem. Can we have true understanding, wisdom, knowledge full of doubts? No, we will have not. So it may be just we accept it, that is okay, but it is not. So I think there are serious problems with this when we talk about it. Why I say is because when you talk about Islamic, and Islam rejects any doubt in knowledge, anything. Strong evidences must be there. And if you put a doubt, meaning that there's a problem. So that paradigm, Islamic paradigm, doesn't accept that knowledge with doubt until you come to the level where you come a very strong evidences plus integrate that support from the divine source, then you can. So you can classify the knowledge basis. Anyway, I have this foundation of Islamic paradigms of knowledge. So many points are there. I'm not authority on this subject. I've just tried a little bit since I was busy in those book writing, and then I have to really read a lot to understand things, right or wrong, but this is the way I understood. These are some descriptions of knowledge in Quran and Sunnah. You see so many places. I said 700 plus times Quran talks about knowledge and wisdom. Human creation, reading and writing. You see this ayah from Iqra, Bismi Rabbika alladhi khalaq, ayah number 1 to 5. Wisdom, understanding, Quran 2, 2, 6, 9. Yeah, Quran, another, and you see there is Sunnah, Hadith also. Person whom Allah desires good, he bestows the knowledge of faith from the Hadith collection of Sahih Bukhari, and so on. So this lecture, knowledge is very important to Muslims. I think the problems we face all over is because we don't have knowledge. Everybody we have has his own knowledge, localized belief, and they want to impose upon others as a universal belief, and doesn't work. It's for the world that people believe in something, they impose it on everybody, is their local belief, and that doesn't work as a universal belief. Universal system is not universal knowledge out there. Okay, last bit. If you see this, I have few slides, but I just compare Islamic worldview and other views is world of existence. If you see Islamic in its totality, this world and world hereafter. So we have to work, see the things here in this world and other world combined together, pairs, seen and unseen. View of reality and truth, which is metaphysical survey of the visible, invisible world. Based on the divine unity, unity of knowledge from one source, Quran, Revelation, Sunnah, Prophet. Taking into consideration vertical divine source of knowledge as well as horizontal knowledge, philosophical knowledge, and integration and classification of the same. Yeah, is very important. And we can also answer the absolute questions we have. Yeah, because when we have a faith, meaning that we don't need any evidence. If you look the other side, emphasis on this world and remove the focus on the world after spiritual disunity problem. Unseen, we don't. Only seen, we work. But in this world are seen and unseen together. One view that is formed merely by the gathering of various cultural objects, various phenomena into artificial coherence. This is the other views. I refer to positivism and so things. Based on philosophical speculations and scientific discoveries, these are subject to the change due to only human consideration as the source of knowledge, sense experience, intuitions, and so on. And human senses experience is limited. So the knowledge we base upon human sense is always having some shortcomings. Doubts, that's why we put doubts there. Doubt. I believe this doubt is coming because this paradigm is based on human knowledge only. That's why they put this doubt, they're not sure about. It can be improved, no problem. You can go up to 99% plus of the world. And you see, if you do surveys, most of your hypothesis will be rejected at the level, not accepted. 95% confidence interval you put it, and most of them accepted. If you raise bit tougher, go up, rejected. Yeah, so this is not only accepted, only based upon common sense, human experience, and reason knowledge, philosophical knowledge, only, and this doesn't work. Cannot answer absolute questions, seen and unseen, universe, life, hereafter, and so on. So these paradigms are because they are localized, they are philosophical, they base their foundation on the human being, and human has limitations, and it doesn't work. So with that, I just move, there are so many things. Yes, I'm there. Okay, so these are the references which I referred. There are so many, hundreds of them I read and prepared. Few are there, you can go through. Professor Suleiman, Professor Abdul Hamid, Professor Kamal Hassan, he's there. Usman Abu Bakr is there. Very big name philosophers in Islamic worldview, sort of things. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for exposing us with the different philosophies of knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, the second keynote speaker of today is Professor Dr. Nazir Sangi. He is the chairman of Computer Science Department at Allama Iqbal Open University, Islamabad. He is the former Vice Chancellor of the Ulama Iqbal Open University Islamabad. Sir, please, you are welcome for this speech. Please give him a big round of applause.
So let us actually go a little bit more, let us say a talk. It might be a little bit more boring than yesterday's or previous one, but we will talk actually about some of the practical things. The young people who are actually around us, we try to help them out in their professional development, and in fact actually trying to help them how they could actually earn and learn further, and at the moment actually develop the socio-economic activity within the country using the ICT. So basically, this is the talk about some of our earlier experiences, and we have actually at the base a little bit model. That's a theoretical few slides only. So we'll talk about this there. So that's actually a brief of my, let's say, introduction of this talk. Since Vikas has actually also tested me that I should actually be brief, so I have promised him with 35 minutes. I request him to actually, let's say, give me a reminder at the 30 minutes that I'll finish in the next 5 minutes. Okay? So these are actually the people who are our focus, usually. And with actually my university having 1.3 billion students, out of these 70% students earn less than $200 a month. So that's about the students. We have actually, let's say, the students who are employed. We developed this lead model, and I'll actually explain that one a little shortly. It progressively enables the capacity of a local individual and teams to perform in the real world. Not just actually perform in the classroom activity, but perform in the real world. So this is what we actually, let's say, call it. The lead means localize potentials and problems, both whatever you are actually opening this thing. There are local conditions which are not as good, for example, as you find in New York or somewhere else. The infrastructure, the people, the knowledge levels, so many things. So we localize it in the locality, community there, enhance the resources and capacity of the individuals as well as the teams. Wherever, whatever is required, we will try actually to help them out. Then we activate them. We just do not actually that enhance that capacity in actually, let's say, out of blue. We try actually to focus on some of the problem which they are going to resolve and the potential they have for that particular problem solving. So we enhance them and then we activate them so that they are able to demonstrate their local capacity and lead for localized development to perform at the global standards within that community, within that country, and hopefully outside the world. And I'll show you some of the successful examples where the students, through this actually, let's say, capacity building process, have really performed very well. The basic model, I don't want to go on the theoretical model actually too much on this one. The first one is actually you have certain assignment. You want to actually open something, you want to open new business, you want to actually, let's say, earn money for your family, you want to actually do your studies, whatever the assignment is, then we localize it. Where, what, how you are actually going to do that thing, and we actually convert into problems, smaller problems, which are P1, P2, P3, and PA, basic philosophy of solving those simple problems. Then we actually enable people actually to enhance their capacity as well as acquire some help from their local people through the resource mobilization or actually let's say foreign partners wherever those are available. And nowadays with ICT at your doorstep and your actually mobile, it is actually let's say available everywhere. So you could actually let's say utilize those resources and then try yourself to activate yourself, your friends, others, and they should actually be demonstrating. In that activity, usually you come with some of the new problems. So you go actually and aid those ones on the localization and aid one problem P, another one or maybe more in that assignment. So this process helps you to demonstrate the first activity. And in fact actually, once you demonstrate the first activity, then it's actually a spiral model and you actually go into the next P1, P2 and P3 and P4 and you start actually resolving those issues and somehow the whole problem P is resolved in the same process. They may not require same resources, they may not require the more people, they may not require actually let's say certain other things. Now looking at actually this problem, let us say this potential of the lead model, if you look at the ICT, some of actually let's say national level progress in the Pakistan is actually low cost ICT services and their outreach even to the rural areas, remote places. The mobile phones are available, the internet connectivity is also available. We did perform survey and about 69% of actually let's say even remotest students had the mobile phone and the service available, they are the internet service. And progressively it is actually let's say becoming better and better at all those places. ICT education growth in rural areas has also actually possible. For example, that type of actually education which you were getting actually in Karachi or maybe outside now is available to you actually in Sukkur area, and people from actually local rural communities are able actually to get that help. Internet access to remote localities is also available. Even when we go to Chitral remote places, even actually Kalash Valley where you are unable actually to have the roads, but you do have the internet connectivity there. Sawat is another example. ICT based business activities are also actually going through the net, and ICT and software development is one of actually focus area of this talk today. And what we are trying to do, the potential for ICT based economic activities both in urban and rural areas are possible, and you could actually also develop in here with the help of the others. At the same time actually, not only in Pakistan but outside us, the world ICT market is growing. Whatever services are required outside, those are growing. Therefore, there are more opportunities you could link in, you could network on, and you could actually put your actually share in it. And Pakistan's share is actually increasing every year, and you could actually get certain statistics on that one. Pakistan's ICT industry is actually now in shortage to deliver many of the contracts. If we are able actually to support that one, we could actually be able to get even more contracts and more deliver, and at the same time, not the industry gets paid, but let us say we could also get paid as well, and we could actually earn something. So ICT manpower is in fact actually underutilized, many of them. But some of the problems are that we try actually to get the persons who are at the top notch. We ignore actually the persons who have started, who are actually somewhere in the middle, maybe in the 4th semester, maybe in the 6th semester, maybe actually have learned actually skills outside the formal education and from the technical colleges and other places. So we are actually not using that, and especially the females are not being utilized actually there in this socio-economic activity. Also, actually, ICT could help actually develop further skills on that one. You learn some skills and the snowball effects comes in. You actually connect with the ICT, you learn from the website, you learn on the e-learning programs, you contact actually experts and you learn a little bit more and you could actually get the tutorials, etc. So we need actually to lead this manpower to meet the world ICT demands, which is actually much larger than the manpower we do have. There are actually, let's say, new channels. So many things are available there. There are actually home and office security is available. Transport delivery services are available. Maintenance services are available. Online academy is actually possible. Remote support services are there, and software house. If somebody is very serious about that one, they could open. But the success comes again. Success prerequisites are your quality education. You need to actually have the knowledge better. So strive for that one. You need to give a reliable service. When you promise something, it has to be on time and it has to be with a quality. It has to be within the cost. Whatever you have promised, you need actually to deliver that. And those are actually sort of reliable service on that time, available there. It has to be cost effective, and then you develop a trust. The next time the client will come back to you, I have a bigger problem and I need actually to get it developed from you. So can you actually, let's say, do it little quickly, or do it actually, let's say, run another actually go on that previous software or actually previous service and increase that the level there. We need actually also to respect the cultural values as well. And those are actually especially when we are actually working with a rural population, female population, ethnic population, we need actually to also respect those things. Now I'll actually give you one of the example which we taught somewhere around 2000, and it was actually placed in the Academic Council and it was approved with a name OLIVE, Open Learning Institute of Virtual Education. And we started this activity so that we could actually have the outreach to the persons who are not in Islamabad or not actually on the campus. And in fact, actually, through this we did actually, let's say, place the model, which was arrangement A, where we have actually, let's say, local institution where some facilities are available. Arrangement B is that the internet facility is available to the person and person could contact and internet things are available there. And then actually person C, who doesn't have a type T1, the internet facility, and we provide them a multimedia CD along with a book. And they could have a local computer because they do not have the connectivity, but they could afford the computer and they could have that thing. So these three models were there, and those were used actually in a blended mode, so that you could use actually any of the model for certain time and the other one. So you, the people at the local institution could also actually use the CD when they are not connected, and they could learn and they could actually also perform. I'll not go actually through this. This is actually basic ICT model, access model, which could be actually developed anywhere, any organization, and you could develop at home now because services are available everywhere. So this is actually, let's say, one of the earliest examples when we started. In 2007, we needed actually, let's say, faculty, which we didn't have.